how can embodied movement support us, right? And in the work that I do, it's really based in this belief, in this understanding that our body, and specifically our dancing body, acts like a reflective surface, okay, that reveals truth, connects you to your inner knowing, and ultimately reveals your soul's purpose.
Your shape, what is your shape? Experience shapes our body and our character. So that means, my character shapes me, my attitude, my alignment. I experience this camera and it shapes me. Maturity and embodied awareness offers an evolution towards shaping our experience by choice. So if I'm able to be in that centered place in the middle of a storm, how do I stay in my center? How do I not get bent out of shape? An English expression, getting bent out of shape or tied up in knots. How do I stay flowing?
Everything that we think, everything that we do, nothing is lost in the book of life. And so we appreciate all of these kinds of efforts. And I hope that with our sharing, with the embodiment movement, that people will become even more alive to what's happening with their feet, what's happening in the core of their evolution, that beauty might come forth from all of this work.
There's always an invitation to arrive at the speed of trust, to begin again, to begin again. In this place, all is forgiven. To begin again. Free from worries, troubles, sin. A new start, a new start. Rooting, reaching, rising. Radiating.
Enlightenment is not enough. Embodiment is the only way that we are truly served by the enlightenment that is occurring in our lives. So we can awaken to higher and higher frequencies, higher and higher states of consciousness, but if we cannot embody them and become them, then we really can't translate what we're now knowing into in the moment decisions, actions that we take, interpretations and perspectives that we have.
And we are at a point, as what I crafted indicated, we are at a point of our development where we're leaving behind us an old form of evolution, where individuals adapted to circumstances, and we now have the capacity to leap into another stage of our unfolding because of our awareness that we can actually think independent of circumstances.
It's really about polarities. I don't know if you felt that, but we went from light to strong, from direct to more multi-focused. And I feel that if we cannot reach across bridges and touch people who scare us, touch people that are different, that we'll just stay in our little bordered places for a long time. And so it's communication. I hope that we will use the power that we have, which is being comfortable moving our bodies, this nonverbal communication that transcends all cultures, to appreciate others, to do our best to feel into what scares us and what is different, and to come together so we care for our planet.
The most important medicine is the power of our word and speaking kindly and honoring each other. And those little people are looking like great grand number 7. She had a realization and she wanted to have a family meeting about it. Grandma, honey, it's real. It's real. What we think really happens. So you better tell them to think right. So let's be good examples because they're really looking at us, those young ones.
May we all strengthen our ability to water the garden of our body, our soul, so that we can face each other, encounter each other, connect to each other. From the present moment, and not so much from the history and my worries about the future. This is what I hope for me and for us. And hopefully our body will help us to grow and to connect in this authentic and meaningful way.
This is the natural state. To see and be seen in all kinds of little teeny tiny ways. And it's like when we didn't have it, sometimes it comes as a big, but really it's our natural state in this natural world. How do we get there?
Let's return to the body as body. What can the body teach us?
Einstein said, learning is experience. Everything else is information. So you can hear my voice, you can take in information, but when you're going to learn with your body.
That's where we're happening right now, to move and to allow ourselves to be who we are in the moment, moment to moment, on an ongoing basis, and to trust that that is right where we are at our most powerful and connected and alive, and that's how evolution happens, actually, not by us engineering it, but more by us surrendering to the process of life. And movement is a great way to surrender to the process of life, because as you move freely, as you let your body move freely, you are literally allowing the spirit of life to happen and take shape through your moving body. And the spirit of life, if anything we can see from looking at life on Earth, spirit of life loves to create evolving forms.
We hear a lot about what's broken in our world. And sure, there is a lot broken. At the same time, it's very important to recognize the miracle of our evolution, what we have created. Like right now, I'm sitting in Devon in my home and I get to speak with you and be with you in your homes. That's an absolute miracle, and it comes from our human ingenuity, that when we are faced with impossible situations, that's what catalyzes our creativity.
And that really comes back to, I would say, a key word, which is, I think we all value here, which is improvisation. Or as the teacher Stephen Levine used to call it, the Braille method, feeling our way through the dark. And I love that because, of course, when we improvise, there's a certain releasing of the bounds of what we know and just kind of going out, out a little beyond ourselves. So improvisation, and that improvisation is also an important tool for resilience in meeting the demands of the moment. So I really want to just highlight that because, once again, improvisation sometimes is thought of as something kind of like beauty that's we can do without, we got to get down to business, but improvisation is an important skill set.
I believe that our bodies, and particularly our dancing bodies, can help us to reconnect and to live from a place of wholeness and a sense of being guided. Because when the soul and the body are together, when we have that hooked, when they're in communication, right, we receive that guidance.
We honor the seeds, the water, the fire, the wind, the earth in each of us. We honor the bones. We honor that we know is authentic in our template of divinity.
Sure.
We honor the Creator, those that have come before and those that will come again behind us. As we move with the breath and the expressions that we are as one heart beating in the drum,